Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be having a look at the AGL WHIS, the free-to-play unit that just got his TUR Awakening on Global. Shout out to anyone who came out to the stream last night where we farmed up the medals. I was hoping we were going to do WHIS and Hachiak on the stream last night, but the drop rate for the medals is so abysmal that we only just managed to get WHIS finished by the time I was aiming to stop streaming. So I will get the Hachiak done at some point, but we're going to have a look at WHIS. He's definitely the better of the two, as in he's the one you would probably actually use for stuff. So his super attack is he does supreme damage to the enemy and has a medium chance to stun. So obviously in modes where you can stun, I think Super Battle Road is probably the best place for this guy, especially if you are free to play and you don't have like the STR WHIS. But key +2 and defense 100%. This is passive, plus an additional 20% defense with each attack performed up to 100%. So once his passive is fully maxed out, he's going to have 200% defense. He has a high chance of launching an additional super attack, so obviously that feeds into the way his passive builds up. And then this is the guy, of course, he's always been useful ever since, you know, back in the day before he even had an awakening, because he does this, fully recovers HP when your HP is 30% or less. But now, the turn that he gives you that full heal, he then also picks up a 70% chance to dodge. So it's one of the reasons why he is so good for Super Battle Road, because even when the OG stages came out, he was really good to use on AGL, because he could give you that full heal. But the problem is, especially with extreme Super Battle Road, Super AGL, he could give you that full heal, but then if you couldn't put him in a slot where he wasn't getting hit, he would then take like 100k damage from normal attacks. So it kind of made the full heal pointless, because he then took a whole bunch of damage. So him then gaining the dodge, even though it's only for that turn, is actually super useful. So we've got him here on the Realm of Gods team. Unfortunately, the starting setup, we didn't have a Beerus around, but we do have him linked up with Vados here. Obviously, Cold Judgment gives him a little bit of extra defense. So even before his passive has started building up, he has 112k defense, which is pretty good. So we'll grab those for you, grab those for you. I brought Blue Kaioken Goku on the team because he does the whole sacrificing HP when he super attacks. Because obviously I do want to see that dropping below 30%. But as you can see, the super attack animation, very, very cool for a free-to-play unit. But that attack stat, quite low. That's obviously not what he's going to be on the team for, right? Because this is, we're under the Beerus leader skill, so 170 to attack. He's linked up with Vados, who they link up pretty well. But yeah, as you can see, clearly he's not a unit that's here to be about dealing damage. So that's why I think, again, one of his best utilities is going to be on things like Super Battle Road, where you bring him on the team primarily for getting that heal. And then the fact that his updated passive allows him to then potentially avoid any damage that he's going to take on that turn where he heals you. Plus, of course, he stuns on super attack. And then his passive, he now has the high chance to do an additional super attack. So it gives you that second chance if the first one doesn't stun. And the way I built him, you saw at the beginning there, I did give him a bunch of additional, because obviously that was always my game plan with him, right? Like in Super Battle Road, I wanted him to additional super so we could get that extra chance to stun. So as we know now, units that have built-in additionals, if that additional goes off from his passive, that's another chance to potentially trigger the additional super. So he could potentially super attack 3 times in one turn. And obviously that's going to help him build up his passive a lot quicker, because he needs to attack 5 times in order to have his defense fully built up here. So obviously we're wasting a lot of time in this first stage because so many of these units have key-based super attacks. But it gives us a chance to build up WHIS, which is all we really want to see. I'm very interested to see what his defense is going to be on this team when he's actually fully built up. But unfortunately we haven't had any additionals yet. So let's go with you. Of course, we are picking up quite a lot of HP from the orbs and stuff. Plus, you know, 19 doesn't really do a huge amount of damage. I like to jump into these easier stages to show these guys off. And obviously, because it's not the weekend, we can't do Super Battle Road. And I'm very low on keys. But when we get to the later stages of the event, we do actually start to take a little bit of damage. Like, especially the AGL Kaioken Goku, if he gets hit by one of the cells, we will actually take quite a bit of damage. So, if only Supreme Kai of Time didn't have a key-based super attack, but he's almost dead here. So we'll let WHIS finish him off. So linked up with Beerus, he gets Godly Power, Shocking Speed, and Connoisseur. Obviously, Connoisseur is a healing link as well, which I guess doesn't help, but I mean, I guess the thing is that's where you're going to use him the most, right? So because you're going to get this little bit of passive healing, and the fact that the restriction for his heal is literally 30%, you're probably only going to see that in some of the much harder modes. And you saw there his attack stats super low, so all that extra support that he was getting from Vados obviously really made a difference. So right, we'll get a super attack with you, and then I can't get a super with you if we don't pick up same type orbs, but that's fine. And then we just won't get super attacks with anybody here, I guess. We're only getting one with this blue Goku, so we sacrifice a little bit of HP. But obviously these earlier stages, we're not going to be taking tons of damage. Super attack is good. What is this going to do? 94k, that's not too bad. So Cold Judgment, Shattering the Limit, Godly Power. So how much does Connoisseur actually heal us here? Yeah, it does heal by quite a bit. So let's put WHIS in the front, and then we'll let you go next. And then I guess we don't want Supreme Kai to super attack, but I can't avoid it unless I pick up this. So I guess we'll do that. Alright, so we're still taking double-digit damage. That's good. Is this what? Super attack 3 or 4? Maybe we could get a couple of additionals in this turn. That'd be good. No? So far, he still hasn't actually done an additional super. And he has the 50% chance from his passive and 14 additional in the hidden potential system. So definitely not showing his best here. But let's do this. Avoid a super with you. And avoid a super with you. So at least next turn, I think we are going to be almost fully built up here. Double supers, okay. Well, double sacrificing HP, I guess. Because Jiro's basically on full health at this point anyway. If we could get another super attack, that'd be nice. Okay, we'll get an additional super. Could take him out here, I guess. Because Kaioken Goku slowly been building up. He does reasonable damage. As long as Beerus doesn't additional into a super. There we go. Alright, so let's have a look at what WHIS is doing here now. I think actually having him linked up with Vados is probably better. Because Cold Judgment is obviously a very good link. We're not getting the heal. So he's got 200k defense now linked up with her. So obviously for something like Extreme Super Battle Road, obviously Super AGL, there is a free-to-play Vados, but I don't think she's really good enough to be run like on that team with WHIS, because you're really only running WHIS on that team for his heal, so you're potentially going to run him as like an off-rotation unit anyway. So I guess there's quite a few units that work really well on Extreme Super Battle Road for Super AGL that have like Shattering the Limit. Obviously Cold Judgment is a really good defensive link, so that will help out as well. But right, finally take out Jiro. Now we don't need to worry about these key-based super attacks. So let's just start supering away here. We really need the enemy to super attack us more. So we can actually start taking some big hits. Come on, 18. Oh, we get the level 3 dodge with Kaioken Goku. Okay. I mean, he's looking alright on this team, linked up with the STR one. 3.8 million attack stat, and then the STR one at 3.5. I think the STR one is not fully built up yet, but a big crit from him. Wow, there you go. The two Kaioken Gokus just one-shotting him. Very good. So let's do this. So 220. I think he's fully built up now. So 225k defense. That is actually really good. Even in the events where you're going to start taking a little bit more damage, that's actually very solid. I feel like in this mode, we're probably not going to get to see his heal. The main thing I wanted to see, really, was how high his defense would get when it's fully maxed out. So honestly, the rotation of him and Vados together is actually really not that bad for Realm of Gods. But I guess the biggest problem is, are you really going to want to run that rotation over something like Beerus with the STR WHIS if you have him, or like the, you know, the LR blue fusions, physical Vegito blue, like all the possibilities that you could run as main rotation. So I think he fits on the team pretty well as like a third slot floater, especially in events where you can stun. But I think the biggest problem is when you're using him as a third slot floater, you only see him once every couple of turns. You then have to make sure, like, for him to really be as fully effective as you want him to be, he has to be coming into the rotation where you're below 30% HP. And then obviously, if you drop below 30% HP in the turn that he's actually on, and you're using him in the third slot, you've got to survive for 3 turns at that low HP to then get him to come back and give you the full heal. So for something like Super Battle Road, that's obviously not manageable, because you can't use a Ghost Usher twice in a row. So I mean, I feel like he has his uses, especially because he is a free-to-play unit, right? So there's obviously going to be free-to-play players out there who do not have the STR WHIS. I know I didn't get him during the actual Beerus banner when he came out. I think I got him off of the anniversary banners, because obviously Beerus came out just before the anniversary. But yeah, it looks like we're not going to see us drop below HP in this one. Maybe at the weekend we'll try him out in Super Battle Road. But there you go. With Vados and Supreme Kai of Time, who obviously both provide support, he has 250k defense. So for a free-to-play unit, he's actually a really solid option now for harder events. And even in something like Legendary Goku or the Infinite Dragon Ball History stages where the enemy disables your dodge, getting the full heal and then still having 250k defense, he's still actually going to be pretty useful on those teams. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you're someone with an abundance of keys, have you tried him out in Super Battle Road? He's definitely going to be super useful. I know people find Super AGL probably the hardest of the super stage ones. I made a team build guide for it and it still gets views like every day. So I think AGL is the hardest super one, Tech is the hardest extreme one. But he's definitely going to be helpful in that mode. So let me know what you guys think of the WHIS down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.